Okay, I don't know if you can see that. Some junk somebody left in the woods. You know, of course, people have been taking pot shots with their shotguns or 22s or whatever. You know, that's the way people are. You find something, you gotta shoot it. You know, especially if there's no game. I don't know. Yeah, that's the way it is. This is a state forest. You can see it's snowy, icy. Trail is really icy. I thought it was gonna be warmer out today. Got cold last night, so this would be just all water, if you know, and mud. Yeah, another 5 degrees or so. Wind is unbearable. If you're out on the prairie, so to speak, and you're not in the woods, that wind just coming right at me. That must have been 5 degrees above zero. Just horrible. So, lesson, you know, take shelter in a, you know, area that gives you a natural windbreak, and then put up a windbreak if you have to. Not seeing any game. I'm sure I'll probably see a squirrel or two. I'd like to see a rabbit to know that they're actually out here. And again, without a dog, pretty hard to hunt rabbit. But this is the hardwoods. A lot of oak right here, and you know, I'll go through probably some pine forest areas. All right, here's a shot of my big, ugly, yellow work rubber overboots. 15 bucks. Go right over my hiking boots. Glad I have them. Hiking boots right now. I'm sure they'd be okay, but again, those are not insulated. They are not waterproof, other than they're just a single layer of leather, and I put snow seal on them. They would have worked, but I know my feet are going to stay a lot warmer. Of course, they're going to sweat. You know, I'm going to have to take them off and, you know, air them out a little bit, but they'll work keeping my feet dry, which is my primary concern here, to keep myself from getting cold. Okay, I'm going to get off the snowmobile trail there. Up there is the snowmobile trail. It's pretty much pure ice. I just about fell a couple of times. It was wet yesterday, it froze last night, so it's almost like walking on an ice skating rink. Going down the hill, I slipped. I had to get off the main snowmobile trail and kind of go on the sides where the snow is. So now I'm on the hiking trail, and you can see it's a little more rugged, but it's actually easier to navigate because there is not that ice on the snowmobile trail, and the snow isn't that deep where I need snowshoes or skis or any of that. Also, you can see here's a game trail. I don't know, zoom in there. Deer tracks. You know, it's kind of going perpendicular to the walking trail. So I'm not sure what's at either end, but I'm sure it's water and bedding. But that's definitely a game trail. And looking for, be nice to find a deer. I don't know if I'll find one during the day. Looking for rabbit mainly, just see if there's any around. I doubt I'll see any, but you can see again, this is all just oak and I'm sure maple and other scrub brush in there, and plenty of dead standing wood. That's not a problem, but what is going to be a problem is it's wet. Let me see if I can come up here and show you. It's all frozen. Even the dead standing stuff is going to have little hanging icicles from it, so it's going to have to melt. So lesson learned, which I did, and hopefully it will work okay, is stock up on some dry wood, you know, for your wood stove, and have a backup of some alcohol, because I think I'm going to need it. Stuff is going to be wet, and it's going to take a while to dry it out, even if it's dead standing. One other thing here is some fingerless mitts. They're mittens and gloves, you know, with the fingers. These work really nice for hiking. They're just made out of fleece, so they're really not very durable and tough. There is a little rubber leather palm there, but it's nice because when I'm hiking and perspiring, I can take off the mitts. When I stop, I can put the mitts, flip them over and put them on here, you know, like so, and I have, you know, my fingers free to do some work. So I like these. Won't probably last that long, but they are convenient and they're very light. Okay, I'm gonna stop, take a little break here. Haven't hiked that far, but I just want to fire up the bush buddy, or I guess I should call it the Woodlore, Antig Woodlore, because it's not a bush buddy, it's just a bush buddy clone. Here's the way I brought it, you know, outside its case, but in here I got some strike anywhere matches and plastic bag. I have a little alcohol here for priming. I know it defeats the purpose. There's my twigs already in there from preparation last night. Again, I fill it up the night before with stuff I know it's dry, and then I'll gather some stuff and try and dry it out on the way. And here's my little X-frame that I have if I'm going to do a small pot. And then the really cool thing about this, which I haven't mentioned before, is the Glacier stainless steel cup fits right in the bottom. I'm doing it one-handed, but if you can see that, it kind of fits right in the bottom like that. So that is pretty neat. The stainless steel cup, there's the windscreen. Stainless steel cup is a little heavy, but there I have a whole setup with a lid and everything, all one compact kit. Again, I keep the center for keeping my fuel in it for the next time. So we'll see if we can get this baby fired up. I will admit right now I'll probably cheat and prime it with some alcohol just because it's easier, and I am lazy and it's cold out and it's kind of sleeting out. So starting a fire in these kind of conditions without a little accelerant is a challenge. I know a lot of guys can do it and you can practice it, but I just don't feel like it right now. Okay, here we are gasifying. No problem. Really going nice. What I'm doing here is taking my VK11 and taking the twigs that have frozen water on the outside of them and just stripping off the bark and then splitting them into smaller pieces. A hassle, yes. Using natural fuel, yes. Free, yes. Time consuming, yes. But my time isn't worth money. People say, oh, time is money. Well, that's only if somebody's willing to pay you when you're not doing this. But I'm doing this for a hobby, so it's working. Put on some water for tea or hot chocolate. Probably have tea. Alright, forget the tea, forget the hot chocolate. We're just about at a boil here. It's only been like 3 minutes. Again, that's only about a cup of water. But we're going to have the Starbucks Via. I forgot I had that in my pack. I always have that. Even at work I carry that stuff in case I run out of coffee or whatever. That's great stuff. Somebody posted a comment to one of my videos that it's $3 for 5. I don't know. I get 3 in a pack in their small packs, and they're $3 a piece, a little over $3 from where I get around here. It's $1 a cup. Still expensive, but worth it. Now that thing's really gasifying nice. But you'll see that it's going to burn down to embers pretty quick. It does use fuel. There we are. We're getting the bubbles, just about at a rolling boil. For 1 cup, not even 5 minutes. It's nice. Once that got going, I could just feed it that wet wood, and it worked. You know, now that it's all hot in there, I can feed it these wet twigs. These are pretty small. You have to gather some bigger ones, and it's gonna melt them. One of the disadvantages that I saw of putting my Glacier cup in the bottom of that like that is, you know, all the ashes and soot kind of get in it. So I'll have to line it with my bandana or just wipe it out. You know, again, it's compact. It's nice to have it all in one kit. One of the other hard parts of any stove, but especially one where the pot stand is not really suited for this cup, is you have to get it perfectly level or it's going to tip really easily. So I got it kind of jury rigged up there, but it's working. You know, everything's going pretty good. There we are. We got the rolling boil here. Not even 5 minutes. It's sleeting out or raining, misting, but I'm gonna have a cup of coffee. Look at that baby go. Nice. Thanks, Antig. My hat's off to you. I'm gonna have to order another one. Quick thought, as soon as you get that fire going and you're working with all those twigs around there, put away the polypropylene gloves and, you know, at least have wool, or I always just pack a pair of leather gloves. Sure, it weighs 3 or 4 ounces. I'm no gram weenie, but that thing has a rolling boil. It's pretty much died out.